What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Derail Valley. So here we are in City South, right next to the museum. This was a destination that we arrived at the end of the last episode. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that one. It was a bit of a long one, but yeah, we got there in the end and here we are. Right guys, I've got a few things to say, but please do grab yourself a drink. Let's hit the rails. Alright, so first things first, at the end of the last episode, I did mention that we're moving into Chapter 3 of what I am considering to be my playthrough of this game. We're playing on standard difficulty, so bear in mind that after this we will be playing on expert at some point, which should be fun. But I hope by then, hopefully, I will be an expert. But what I would say is, when I've mentioned that, there is a lot more of this game that we've got to play, even just as we're considering moving forward from here. So I would say the first chapter of my playthrough was kind of starting out with Shunting, doing jobs with the DE2. Then we moved on, towards the end of that chapter, we unlocked the DH4, which was very good. We didn't do a great deal of missions with the DH4, to be fair, before we unlocked the DE6 and the DM3. So we unlocked both of those as part of one episode. And yeah, I'd say that was the start of Chapter 2. We've been doing a number of things with the DE6 particularly in different formations. We've currently got a bunch of DE6s here now. So 2 back-to-back at the end of our train. And then we've got 2 back-to-back at the front with the slug in between. All of these have got remote connections, so we could, as we said, have 2 at the front and 2 at the back, all powered at the same time. And yeah, it's been pretty cool. So that really was Chapter 2, I would say. Wow, I've just noticed, I was wondering what that noise was, and I've just noticed that these cars are moving. So I haven't touched these. They are just literally rolling. What is going on there? It's as if gravity's taken over. They've rolled so far. Okay, we'll put another parking brake on, but they just seem to be wanting to do their own thing anyway. Wow, that is strange. We'll have to push them back in, I think, because they're going to end up blocking the one of the sidings if we're not careful. They're still moving, right? Absolutely bizarre. Right, guys, so what I want to say anyway, wherever I was with that, so I would say we've concluded the end of Chapter 2 now that we've unlocked the museum, because we're going to start restoring some locos. So we've grabbed 2 already. I've no idea where the DE2 or DE6 is. I mean, we may have seen them on our playthrough partly around the place, but I can't remember seeing them. So that's something to consider. We've got loads of the map that we haven't been to. So we visited Harbour Town. We visited, obviously, City South where we are. Last time we went through Coal Mine South. We visited Farm in one of the most recent episodes. Steel Mills, obviously, a focal point. City West, we've seen. Coal Power Plant, we've seen. Machine Factory Town. Ore Mine. Iron Mine West. I can't remember what OR is, actually. Oil Refinery, sorry. Food Factory Town. We've been to Iron Ore Mine East and Coal Mine East. Obviously, Goods Factory in town, yes. I can't remember what that one is, but I'm sure we've looked at that. We probably haven't been there, but we haven't been to Military Base, for example. We went to Sawmill, but we barely touched upon it. And we haven't really done anything with the forestries. So we could do with looking at those as well. But, so that's part of it. Secondly, we haven't touched all of the licenses yet. We've still got Hazmat 3 and we've got Military 3 to unlock, which I said we'd unlock as and when they're required. I'm thinking when we go to Harbour Town, which will probably be next, although my plans always get changed, we'll get those unlocked. Okay, so that would then be moving into, some of those things will be in what I would say is chapter 4, which is endgame, where we're going to be using some of the all the locos that we've restored. And also, I've left Steam until last. Now that is deliberate. I want to have kind of the final chapter where we use steam trains. It's going to be new for me. It's going to be interesting, but I hope that little introduction helped just to understand where we're at. And I'm really just so grateful for everybody that's been hitting me up in the comments section, hitting the like button, hitting the subscription button. Let me know, guys, if you're still enjoying the series. I think you are, because the views are coming in, the likes are coming in. I really appreciate it. What I do want to say is, and I haven't touched upon this in a great amount of detail, is obviously the videos that you see a lot of now, I'm having to edit and cut down. So for example, that last episode was originally scheduled to be 2 videos. But when I looked at it, I felt like I hadn't done enough in the first part of the video, which was up until when we got these 2 and pulled them up to the top of Steel Mill. And then that was followed by a rather large section of video where we were travelling here, which was edited heavily because of the time factor. That video was still, 45 minutes to get us here, including all the shunting, because we also obviously repaired the micro shunter as well, which we've left at Steel Mill. So there was a lot in that last video, and there was a decision there between, do we make it 1 video or do I make it 2? I went with 1. But what I want to say is, do you want to see unedited videos? If you do, I'm going to upload some to the members section. So the members section will be $4.99 a month. I'd considered doing Patreon, but I don't think the size of the files that are going to be uploaded, I don't think I could do that on Patreon. I could be wrong, and obviously in time, if that's the case, we may still move on to Patreon. But for now, guys, I'm going to say right now, and hopefully it'll be successful. But what I want to say is, if you want to see unedited videos with all sorts of tomfoolery in it, like me making mistakes, restarting episodes, just some of the time tripping over my own words and just wanting to start the episode again, then the members section will have some videos like that. I've got a good stack of videos, unedited videos from this series that I'm going to put in there. So hopefully you'll enjoy those. You'll have a look behind the scenes at the editing process in terms of what the raw video looks like. And it'll be unedited, so you'll be able to see the entire driving experience where I've made mistakes. You might see one particular crash that was edited out with one video. I was going to leave it in, but then I really felt like it kind of ruined the episode, if that makes sense, because it was a turning point episode where it was important to get to where we were going. And unfortunately, there was a very big crash that happened. Now, I won't say anything else. No more spoilers. But if you come across anything like that in the members section, drop me a comment. Let me know you've seen it. I respond to all comments apart from ones that are deliberately sort of offensive. But if there's any technical info about this game, I always love to see that. A lot of the stuff I may have already sort of worked out for myself by the time you've dropped the comment, because I'm working quite far in advance. I mean, right now, what date is it now? So when I'm recording this, it's the 12th of March. This video will probably be published towards the end of March. I think it's something like the 26th or 27th I'm up to now with daily videos. There's going to be more games coming as well. So, yeah. Hope you enjoy those, guys. Right, that's like a second introduction to what we're going to be doing today. I don't know how this is going to go. We're going to take a look at the museum. We're going to pull these 2 girls in there, see what needs to be done. I don't even know what lane they need to be in. I'll probably pull the DE6s out the way. The reason for that is because I've noticed that there's the DE2 over there. We've also got a garage that we previously saw over here that we're going to get open. We're going to see what's in there. So yeah, a few things to do before we move on to wherever we're going next. Sound good? Right then, let's head over to the museum. and see what's cracking over there. So, last time we looked at this, we said that there's a line here that cuts off and then goes in here. So, this was closed previously and we weren't allowed in here. This was barricaded off. Now, obviously, we do have access to it. There's a hut there which doesn't have a door on it, I don't think. But here we go. So, first impressions. Wow, it's pretty impressive in terms of design. Nice big turntable. Does this turn just the same as the others? Yeah, it does. So, that's good because it means that potentially, obviously with a DE6 being pushed in here, we could put a DE6 in onto the turntable or have a DE6 push another loco in. Yeah, a nice one. I wonder whether those roller doors were designed to do anything in time. At the moment, the rail doesn't connect to anything, so yeah. So you've got a number of lanes here with pits in them. A number of them, really. More than what I think we'll need. There's an office down there, museum office. So there's a register here. Choose products you wish to buy. I don't know how you do that at this stage. There's a computer here. It doesn't seem to do anything. I guess we need to pull trains in. There's a bin here, so I'm assuming there's going to be products available once we've pulled the train in. What else do we have? So we've got loads of lanes. Now, and then you get to like museum style lanes where it's got instructions there on what to do. So we've got the DH4. We're currently on step 1 in terms of find and re-rail, tow home. So we need to pull that one in here. Another steam train there. DH6, it's E6, sorry. We've got the DM3 there. Once again, find and re-rail. So we've got a number of locos to pull in here. Number of spaces for other vehicles that we can park. So obviously our DE6s would be welcome here. So we've got a utility flat car. Now I think this is for when you've got parts that need picking up from Machine Factory in town. Once you've ordered them, for the locos, you could take this. We've got a parking brake on there. What else do we have? Got another pit here, like a service. So this is manual service area. Interesting, because we're probably going to need it. I don't know whether the locos need to be in this manual service area when we are restoring them. We've got steam here, well, water, and manual service. What's this one? Coal. And then we've got a roof, which I don't know whether there's anything up here. Don't think that's anything that's active. Can we actually go up onto the roof of here? Yeah, we can. Can we go up there? So that reminds me of Dishonored, that, by the way. I meant to say the fact that you can teleport exactly to like a point. It's like Dishonored, which is ironically the very first game that I played on this channel. The very first video that I've got on my channel is a Dishonored tip video. So yeah, what are we going to do, guys? Well, we've got a DE2 over here, which will be useful to us, but we've got DE6s in the way if we want to pull those locos anywhere. But what is in here, in Olaf's garage? So, unlike the micro shunter, whatever that is in there is spawned in. So, good start. I mean, at least we don't have to look at a rock. Right, do we have Olaf's key with us? We should do. Yes, we do. Alright, let's get that in there. Let's get this open. Alright, so I think this is the transport cart. Now, similar to the sort of truck that's available, the car that's available in the museum. We've got a space on the back for transporting stuff. We've got a fuel thing there. A utility rail vehicle. Now, we can open that like that. We could F inside. That's quite loud in my ear, that. Now, what have we got here? And how do we... Normally it's got a tutorial. It hasn't given me that. I guess this is converted, though, from what would have previously been like a passenger car. Right, we've got parking brake, which I guess we can take off. Got a starter here. Right, that doesn't do anything, so we need power. I am looking for power. We must have a fuse box somewhere. Okay. Wow, that is loud in my ears. I don't know whether it's just the level of volume or what, but wowzers. Just turn that down a bit. Hopefully that doesn't come up on screen. I don't know whether it will or not, but that is incredibly loud in my ears. Lights front. Lights rear, is that? Don't know whether that's a tail light or not. Cab light 1. Cab light 2. There we go. We can actually see now. Horn. Wow, it's like a car horn. Gearbox. Okay. Do we have a reverser as well, or just... Ah, there's the reverser. Right. What's this? Train brake. Ah, so similar to the DM3, she moves forward on her own. Do we have... What's this? Ah, brake cut out. So if we apply that, we're braking against the engine, basically. So... There she is. So we've actually got the... Why have we got that on the front? I think it's because that needs to be... flicked right forward like that. So there we go, headlights on. And tail light. So I've heard she uses a lot of fuel. I guess we'll find out when we take her to Machine Factory in town. I don't think she drives incredibly well from what I've just experienced there, although we've barely given her a chance. But yeah, I don't want to do too much with the DE2 there. So yeah, I guess we'll try her in time. How do we shut her down? Wow, I never would have found that. Yeah, well, wowzers. Thank you, Google. So yeah, we found that. I don't like having to resort to Google, but there we go. There she is. Right, so let's just switch her electrics off. For the time being. She's parked there, everything's sorted. Everything's nice. Yeah, nice one. We're glad we unlocked that. That was pretty cool. Right, I think next step is... Well, we'll see how far these cars have rolled. Wow, what on earth's going on there? Have they finally stopped? Right, we'll pull the DE6s out the way, freeing up space. In fact... We'll pull these forward. Okay, the handbrakes are already on those, so that's absolutely fine. Right, I just want these D6s out the way, really. We've got a parking brake on, the second one. It's because we've spent overnight. We've got parking brakes on. Got another parking brake on. Did it? Was this one? Oh man, I thought I did that one. Oh no, I put it on the other thing, didn't I? Oh, I'll tell you what, we have got parking brakes on. These bad boys now, because it's been overnight. Yeah, this is remarkable. There we go. Now we're free. Right, so we'll start off getting these into there, but we won't take them in there, if that makes sense. Using the DE6s. We'll just push them in a little bit, and then we'll get the DE2 involved. Okay, that'll just about do it for now, because I want these D6s out the way, like I said. Wow, why didn't it put me in? Right, we'll put a parking brake on there. I'll hop down. Get this unhooked. What is going on? Have I left the valve open? I have. I could have sworn I closed that. Wow. Okay, well. Now we've still got quite a long way to go there. I was thinking we could control it from here, but no, she's not fired up, so we can't. To be fair, it would make our lives a lot easier if we just fired her up. I mean, that was the whole point in having a DE6 on each end. And these being connected via the MU cables means we obviously don't have remote, but the slug's active. Do have to pay wear and tear on the slug, like, but not fuel. Nicely done. Right, okay. We'll connect all these up and then they're done. If I can actually get out, that would be fantastic. We've done everything apart from connect the main thing. And it's fiddly, this. I don't understand why. There we go. So, everything's sorted as far as these go. What I'm going to do is put the parking brake on here. And we'll shut it down. We'll pick up the lantern and put it in our backpack just in case we want it. Notice there our flags haven't spawned back into our thingy, but at the same time they won't. They'll probably be available back in the tool shed again. Right, there we go. There's our D6s parked up. Want a horizontal shot of that. There we go. There they are. The powerhouse section. Right, let's hop into the D2 now. We'll fire up. I always do that. It's because the lighting layout is different to the D6. Okay. I highly doubt that rail car is compatible with this remote control. These DE2s are so good though, I mean, yeah, for shunting and stuff like this, obviously the DH4 is far superior for the weight that it can move, but these do just great. So here we go into the museum with our two restorations. Awesome stuff. And yeah, I'll do my Dishonored just to get a good view of these here. Right, I'm not too sure what happens next, so just glad they all fit onto the turntable, it seems. Yeah. So we could potentially park one up and then... I don't know. So we got the DM3 there. The D2. Okay, hold on. Where's the DH4 gone? So DM3... DH4 maybe there. Yeah, DH4's here, so... Let's try and put the DH4 in here and see what happens. That's what I'm going to do. Just try it. Oh, I need to close that. Oh, it won't turn. Does it not turn with it when you're on it? I'm a little confused. Why won't it turn with the usual page up, page down business? It won't move at all. It will now. So do you have to be at this end? Okay. Right, we'll put her onto here anyway. Okay, so that's classed as being towed home now. We'll get her all the way into that slot. A bit more. That's better. Okay, I think she's in now. So, put the parking brake on, I guess. And we'll pull the DM3 out. So, she doesn't need to be in the service area to be restored. She can literally be in her space. That's good. That's a good start. Pull this back out of here. Right, so the DM3 slot, I think, is this one, wasn't it? Oh, no. Next one is here, so it's like 3 along. And it won't let me turn them from that end. That is weird. Let's check that's right. Yeah. Okay, I think she can come back just a tiny bit more. Okay, that'll do. So if I do uncouple now, that should be pretty straightforward, right? And I'll send... I'll put it back onto the turntable. Okay, parking brake. Whoa. Oh, the parking brake was already on because we used the uncouple button. Okay, so, well, one thing. What do these trains look like underneath? Okay, pretty dark. I mean, if we use the torch. Still not much going on, but I guess the underside is where you fit things like lights and all that type of stuff. How about this one? Yeah, similar scenario really. Not much going on. We can come out this other end. Right, let's go to the computer then. Let's see what happens next. Oh, our tool shed's here, by the way. Let's see if our flags have come back in. Yes, they have. So when I said about throwing these, by the way, in one of the previous episodes, you could just press R and put them somewhere. But the thing is, if it will actually let you. There we go. Right, have we got any other items? No. So all of our other stuff that we've installed, like the remotes, for example, are in stuff that's not going to despawn. Right, let's shut this down because I can hear the engine running and that sounds like money being spent. And let's get to the office, the museum office, and see what's happening in here. Okay, not seeing much here. Right, what does this one? Go to the museum office and fund the missing parts to purchase for this vehicle. Well, it's saying 35,000. Is that just to get started? What is going on? Is it a case of just buying one at a time, or? So it's just... What is going on? Alright, so I've bought a drivetrain for each of them. So take a utility vehicle to machine factory and load the missing parts, then deliver them back to the museum. Right, okay. So when it says choose products you wish to buy, I'm not choosing anything really so far. All I know is I need a drivetrain. And actually one says, I've just looked there, excuse my eye for detail, it does come into effect sometimes. DH4 driver train, DM3 drivetrain. Okay, looks like that driver train's more expensive than the drivetrain by 5,000. Right, well, that's our next step. I'm not entirely too sure where we go in Machine Factory. But we need two of them. So, we'll probably, next episode, take the cheeky one out there, the rail car, hook it up to this thing, blast them down to a Machine Factory if we don't go looking for jobs in the meantime. Speaking of jobs, there's not much... Whoa. I didn't even know there was a road there. Wow, that is mighty impressive. Hopefully some of that will be used at some point for something fun. But there's not much jobs in terms of jobs. We've got food factory in town, steel mill. You could put those two together, but what is it? 16 plus time bonuses. We've got shunting. So for both of these, obviously, you could do a shunt, and gain something with time, but there's nothing really worthwhile doing there. Let's just have a look at our fees just to see. I'm going to press E. I might leave that on the screen actually, just remind me what we're doing next. Let's just have a look at our fees. So we've got, I think that's a DE3. I'd say these are our DE6s, and I'd say those two are D. Sorry, did I say D3? DE2. Let's have a look. Somebody told me actually you can click like that and actually roll with the mouse wheel as well. Right, DE2. We'll have a quick look just to see. That'll be a DE2. Right, they'll be DE2s and they'll be DE6s. But yeah, interesting to see. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the episode. It's a bit of a slow one just to get us started with the museum. But yeah, I'm looking forward to what comes next. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed it. Next time will be a railcar enthused episode where we go to Machine Factory, and I'll try and find out where we're supposed to be going there beforehand. But for now, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you enjoyed it. Take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you guys again soon.